On the Arise News morning show, tensions escalate as Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso responds to the Kano State Governor's defection to the APC, with sharp analysis ahead of the upcoming elections. A crucial discussion shaping Kano politics and Nigeria's electoral future. Watch until the end, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more political insights.
Shaping force eventually collapsed. Sources familiar with the talks said engagements between Kwankwaso and President Bola Tinubu stretched across several months, with multiple meetings held, especially in Abuja. However, top sources within the ruling APC told our sister publication last night that negotiations broke down over what they described as excessive and unrealistic demands. According to sources, Kwankwaso sought control of up to 20% of APC's national structure alongside a vice presidential slot and guarantees extending to the 2031 political cycle. Senior APC figures said the request immediately raised red flags as maneuvering ahead of the 2027 polls gathered pace. Meanwhile, the Dr. Boniface Anyebonam-led NNPP has revealed that the decision by Governor Yusuf to leave the party is due to Kwankwaso's domineering attitude and alleged slavish intentions. The NNPP chief stated that Yusuf's move to the APC is not driven by selfish motives, but rather a desire to escape Kwankwaso's suffocating leadership style. The party accused Kwankwaso of attempting to impose his will on others, leaving Yusuf with no choice but to leave.
As regards Kano, it's beginning to get obvious that Kwankwaso did overshoot the wrong way. Based on the reportage we got from this day, saying that he wanted 20% of the structure of the APC, is he God? I thought Kwankwaso would have worked at even consolidating and having a couple of states. Because you see, this beautiful bride mentality is always hard. You cannot compare yourself to Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu then, before he became President Tinubu, had about 5 to 6 states in the southwest. He consolidated. So anytime he wanted to bargain politically with President Bola Tinubu now, he had many things on the table working for him. And that's why when President Buhari was able to do the deal across the Niger, across the Benue, like Anatu, my sister, was saying, there was something President Tinubu could bring on the table. But you've just been only one state. And now you're bargaining with people and saying you want to get 20% of the structure and all of that, and you're talking about vice presidential ticket. Haba, when the man has a running mate, and the running mates, Vice President Kashim Shettima is not a pushover. What you have, he also has. He's former governor like you. So, if based on the reportage, and I'm saying if based on that because it's one side we hear, if based on that reportage, and it's anything to go by, then I think he's overshot himself. But he can also try to redeem himself, and the next election will matter. Will he be able to float on other candidates that will be able to go against APC in the state and beat his own political godson? That will be the battle royale of the century, because he needs consolidation. But now, like the reportage is saying this day, he has a weak bargaining power as regards anything he wants to do now. So it's even going to be way more difficult for him, to be able to make an inroad as regards anything he's going to do at this point in time. I'll yield the floor because of time.
All right, Dr. Abati.
Very quickly. Let me start with, Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, whose story is in the news. One, in politics, there's something called horse trading. Whether it's in Nigeria or the United States, politicians always want something that will be to their own advantage. What has happened in Dr. Kwankwaso's rumored, publicized, reported attempt to join the APC is that the horse trading failed. And what we have been told is that he was making excessive demands. One, he wanted 20% of APC structures across the country. Even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot boast that he has 20% of APC structures across all the states and the Federal Capital Territory. And two, he also wanted to be made made the vice president. So almost dictating to the ruling political party that if I join you, then you will have to change your vice president as the minimum demand. And that he also went further and said in 2031, he should be put there as the presidential candidate. All of these demands, the APC reportedly said, well, we don't agree. We can't even discuss 2031. We're talking about 2027. And that already we have a structure in place. You cannot come as an outsider and then come and take like almost half of the party. So the other basic thing beyond horse trading in politics is strategy. It is the person that with the best, smartest strategy that wins. Now, it seems to me that in this particular case, the APC and President Tinubu will seem to have outsmarted Dr. Kwankwaso, who obviously must have believed that, yes, given the strategic importance of Kano State, which is 44 local governments, and also the voting block of almost close to 20 million, because you have to win Kano, as I've said before, win, Lagos, win Rivers, and have 2/3 of the total votes count according to the Constitution. But what Dr. Kwankwaso has been shown is that it's not as important as he thinks he is. So they've now gone to pick the governor, Governor Abba Yusuf, who is the sitting governor. He has the leverage, there's factor of incumbency, and the federal will face him. So this is about horse trading and also about strategy. How that plays out in the long run remains to be seen. Don't forget that Ganduje is also a factor in Kano State, and Ganduje is on the is on the side of the federal government. So it's a battle royale that we are likely to see in Kano. And Dr. Kwankwaso, by insisting on his own choices, has put his relevance in Kano politics to test, to perhaps what you may call the ultimate test. And then, of course, on the sidelines, Dr. Boniface Aniebonam is accusing, Kwankwaso of being overbearing. And that is because he's making excessive demands. Also, at the local level, that the governor, Abba Yusuf, has now decided to go and join the APC, where perhaps he has been promised, it's not just a second time, but the freedom to run the state without an overbearing godfather. The final point is about the influence of godfathers, a subject that we will always continue to review in this country.